Hey, what's going on, guys? Just wanted to make this video. This is going to be my top 15 NBA players of the decade. All right, so let's get right down to it. At number 15, I'm going to go with Tracy McGrady. Tracy's been having a tough time lately, but if we could think back, he actually led the league in scoring for the 2002-2003 season and the 03-04 season as well. Led the league in scoring by playing with the Orlando Magic. However, he never really got out of the first round, but still one of the best scorers that the NBA has seen this decade. Uh, is still a great offensive player. All right, number 14, we're going to go with Paul Pierce, the 2008 NBA Finals MVP. Before he won the NBA championship with the Celtics in 2008, he was pretty much the backbone of the Celtics. Led him to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2002, where they lost to the Nets. But still, even though the Celtics kind of struggled throughout most of the decade before they won the championship, Paul Pierce was still, one of the best players in the league. He still put up big numbers. His numbers are pretty much just as good as anyone else. He just didn't have the supporting cast around, the 2004 to the 2006 era. But Paul Pierce is a very good player. Number 13, let's go with Vince Carter. Vince has had an up and down decade. He started the decade off with a bang. He won the NBA 2000 Slam Dunk Contest. Um, he was in the Olympics. He won he pretty much, was the best player. If you go back and watch those games, when the USA won the gold medal in 2000 at the Sydney, Australia Olympics. And then, he led the Toronto Raptors to the NBA playoffs. They actually made it to the second round in 2001 and pretty much took the Raptors further than any other team, further than any other player has. So, he could be proud of that. Um, at one time, people would say Vince Carter, the closest thing to Michael Jordan. However, injuries kind of set him back. Then he did some stupid things. He wanted to be traded. Then when he came to the New Jersey Nets, he kind of, he pretty much did his job. I mean, they made it to the playoffs a couple times, but Vince's career has been disappointing, though. At the start of the decade, I think he would have said he would at least be in the top five. But all right, number 12, I'm going to go with Tony Parker. Without a doubt, he helped lead the San Antonio Spurs to multiple NBA championships. Uh, he's been a great point guard. He won the NBA Finals MVP in 2007. Uh, just a great piece to the San Antonio Spurs championship puzzle. All right, so number 11, I'm gonna go with Allen Iverson actually at number 11, and he might be pretty low, but you know over the last couple of years he's kind of fallen off. But he was the MVP of the 2001 NBA season, helped lead the 76ers to the NBA Finals where they lost to the Lakers. Put on that amazing performance in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. He actually led the league in scoring for the 2001 NBA season and the 2002 NBA season and the 2004-2005 NBA season. So yeah, I mean, he's pretty much led the league in scoring multiple times, and just all around probably one of the best scorers in the game over the last decade. Number 10, I'm going to go with Chauncey Billups. Without a doubt, he was pretty much the key piece to the Detroit Pistons when they made their run. They made the NBA Finals in 2004, where Chauncey Billups won the NBA Finals MVP, and then they made it back to the Finals in 2005 as well, where they lost to the San Antonio Spurs in the Finals. Since Chauncey Billups was traded from the Detroit Pistons, it's obvious that they're not the same team, not anywhere close. And since he's been on the Denver Nuggets, all of a sudden the Denver Nuggets are a serious championship contender now. So Chauncey definitely deserves a lot of credit. Definitely one of the best, one of the best point guards in the game over the last decade. Number 9, I'm going to go with Jason Kidd. He started the decade off in Phoenix, then he was traded to the New Jersey Nets. He took the Nets to 2 straight NBA Finals. You could say the East was weak at that point, but the bottom line is Jason Kidd did get it done. However, he wasn't successful in the finals. They lost to the Lakers. They got swept by the Lakers in 2002. Got beat by the Spurs in 6 in 2003. Since then it's kind of been a struggle. But he led the league in assists, I believe, maybe 1 or 2 seasons. Since he's been with Dallas, he's been kind of disappointing. I don't think he's kind of lived up to expectations, but he still had an amazing decade. Number 8, I'm going to go with Dwayne Wade, one of the best scorers in the game. Helped lead Miami to the NBA championship in 2006, where he won NBA Finals MVP award, and he actually led the NBA in scoring for the 2009 NBA season. Uh, just an amazing athletic player. He can put points up like no one else can. So yeah, that's Dwayne Wade at number 8. Number 7, I'm going to go with Dirk Nowitzki, one of the most consistent NBA players of the decade. I believe since Dirk has joined the Dallas Mavericks, I believe they won more. They got to 60 wins, more so than any other team, more times than any other team the last decade. So and the Dirk was the 2006-2007 NBA MVP, regular season MVP, and he actually led the Dallas Mavericks to the NBA Finals in 2006, but they came up short against Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat. So number 6, I'm going to go with Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett played most of the decade with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He led the league in rebounding. You know, for the 2003 through the 2007 NBA season. So he led the league in rebounding for like 3 or 4 seasons, which is pretty amazing. Minnesota really was not a good team for most of the time he was there. He did win the NBA MVP award for the 2003-2004 NBA season, and he led Minnesota to the Western Conference Finals, where they lost to the Lakers. He really didn't get things going until he got traded to the Celtics, and they won the NBA championship in 2008 against the Lakers. That's Kevin Garnett, number 6. Number 5, I'm going to go with LeBron James, the NBA Rookie of the Year for the 2003-2004 NBA season. Led the NBA in scoring for the 2007-2008 NBA season, the 2008-2009 NBA MVP. Helped lead the Cleveland Cavaliers to the NBA Finals in 2007, where I believe he scored 25 consecutive points for the Cleveland Cavaliers in the fourth quarter against the Detroit Pistons in Game 5 of the 2007 NBA Eastern Conference Finals. They went on to play the San Antonio Spurs, and they lost. They got swept in the 2007 NBA Finals. But still, LeBron has had a great decade, even though he hasn't played the whole decade. Number 4, I'm going to go with Steve Nash. Without a doubt, probably the best point guard of the decade. Led the league in assists from the 2005-2006 NBA season. I'm sorry, the 2004-2005 NBA season, all the way to the 2006-2007 NBA season. So 3 consecutive seasons he led the league in assists. He was the 2004-2005 NBA MVP, as well as the 05-06 NBA MVP. But however, despite leading the Phoenix Suns and even the Dallas Mavericks to numerous Western Conference Finals trips, was still never able to get to the NBA Finals. Number 3, I'm going to go with Shaquille O'Neal, the 1999-2000 NBA MVP, and he was the 2000, 2001, 2002 NBA Finals MVP. He won 3 championships with the Lakers, and he helped lead the Miami Heat to 1 NBA championship in 2006. Shaq is not the same Shaq right now, but still, you can't argue what he's done during the first half of this decade. I mean, he's been a very dominant force. Number 2, I'm going to go with Tim Duncan. Without a doubt, probably the most consistent NBA player of the decade. He won his first NBA championship in 1999, but he did win 3 more championships this decade. He led the San Antonio Spurs to NBA championships in 2003, 2005, and 2007. He won the NBA Finals award in 2003 and 2005, and he also won the NBA MVP award in 2001 for the 2001-2002 season and the 2002-03 season as well. Tim Duncan, the big fundamental at number 2. At number 1, I got to go with Kobe Bryant, of course. Consistently the best player throughout the whole decade. First of all, he led the league in scoring on the years when he did not contend for a championship. So that would be the 05-06 season and the 06-07 season. He was the NBA MVP for the 2007-2008 season. Helped lead the Lakers to NBA championships from 2000 to 2002. He won 3 championships with the Lakers in those years, and then he won another NBA championship in 2009 when they beat the Orlando Magic, and he was the NBA Finals MVP, and he was actually also he actually led the Lakers to the championship, where they lost in the finals in 2004 to the Pistons and 2008 to the Celtics. He scored the most points, I believe, since Will Chamberlain scored 100. He scored 81 points in 2006 against the Toronto Raptors. So Kobe Bryant, number one, my number one player of the decade. Let me know what you guys think of this list. Do you agree with Kobe being number one, or should Shaquille O'Neal have taken it, or should Tim Duncan have taken it, or even LeBron James? Let me know what you guys think.